I think his story would be very beneficial for you to hear. His mom, who I just said hello to here on IG, has definitely been a focal point in everything that has come forth for him. And she definitely needs a shout out for that. And I always big her up every time I see her. Not because her son plays basketball, but just because he firmly believed in what he wanted to do. And that's the part that I want everybody to listen to him tell his story. Hopefully he'll hop on soon and we can hear from him. Hi, Kiyomi. How are you? Michelle, where's he at? Let's get him on here. And so that's the purpose of this chat tonight. The overall purpose of what it is that I do with these chats is literally to keep myself sane. Because, as you guys all know, the COVID situation has shut down the office. But there is one thing that I love and I will continue to do is just try to inspire young folks, young people, make sure that they are doing what it is that they need to do. Hey, Anna, how are you? Just making sure that they're doing what they need to do. We had planned an amazing event this March break that was shut down. So this is the next best way that I could potentially provide that same input, just in another way. Okay, so stay tuned. We're just waiting for this young man to hop in online. His mom is probably blazing up his phone right now, just trying to make sure that he is there. Cool. Well, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes to save the day. Keon is here. He's just loading in right now. Hope everyone is doing well and they had some dinner. Yes, sir. What? Where are you? You're late, man. You can't be late.
9:07.
Yo, what time is it on your phone there? Late. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, I was just outside in my backyard, shooting around a little bit, and then I just took a shower, so I'm good now.
Cool. All right. So I don't know if you missed my intro, but I'll just repeat it anyway. Right. So what the whole purpose of this, Keon, is just for young people like yourself to have a practice of communicating. And this is one of the skills that you know that when you come to the office, besides the fact that you may come for me to look at your ankle or for me to just get your conditioning up, I always stress with you the way that you communicate to me. And I always tell you that, listen, man, if I ever am watching on TV and I hear you come on the television and you're doing the I'm gonna jump through the TV wherever you are, and I'm gonna find you. Okay, so this is an exercise for you to work on your communication skills, and it's also an amazing story that you have, and I want you to be proud of it. And it's super important that people hear it, because yes, there's some amazing things that you've done, and there's more amazing things that you're going to be doing, but you had to go through some shit to get there. So what I want you to do right now is just introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are, and then we'll go from there. Cool.
I'm Keon Ambrose-Hylton from Scarborough, Ontario. I've been here for my whole life, and I've now gone to Alabama next year for basketball. Going to University of Alabama, where I'll start playing D1 basketball, and I'll start my academic career. I'll be majoring in anatomy and other sorts, but I still talk with my academic advisor. But so far right now, I'm just at home going to outside in basketball, and also just doing Zoom calls with my team.
Cool. So tell us about your basketball journey. Like, when did you start? When did you first fall in love with basketball?
I think it was just me looking at all the sport, because like when I first started as a child, I wasn't really had a big favorite of a sport that I liked. I started with soccer because that's what my mom put me in, and I did football because that's something my mom also liked and that I liked to see on TV. But then me looking at basketball, seeing it on TV TV and YouTube, and how players would use it to express their personality, and that's how I liked it. So I think around grade 7 is when I really started liking it, and we started trying. When I told my mom about it, she put me into the Bulldogs, and I tried about it in school, on my school team. And so then, that's really how it started.
How old are you again?
Grade 7, 12, I think. I think grade 7 would be 12. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
About 12? Okay, so do you remember how tall you were at 12?
Great. When I was in grade 7, I was 12 years old. I think, I remember I was definitely 6 foot in grade 8. So I'll probably say 5'9", 5'10" in grade 7. And then from grade 8 to grade 9, I had a crazy growth spurt of being like 6'3", 6'4" in grade 9. So that one summer I got completely taller.
And how tall are you now?
Right now I'm 6'8". I'm 6'8" right now, touching 6'9".
Cool. And then when you were here, what school were you attending at that time?
When I was in Canada, I was going to Ajax, a school called Notre Dame. It's a Catholic school, secondary school. Okay.
And then talk to us about your experience in basketball here. What was it like as a young person?
As a young person, I thought it was great. I thought it was clear. Me first going to basketball, I wasn't really the best at it, but teams really liked me because of my size and how much I learned from the coaches. Like being at Bulldogs, they didn't have any space for me. But once my mom told me about how tall I was, and for my age being how tall I was, they're like, "Oh yeah, get on the team, get on the team." So me going on the team, I learned a lot of things from players, from coaches. The biggest thing I think I learned from basketball is definitely hard work, because me being on that team, there was players that are better than me and all that, but I knew that the goal I wanted it bad, and I knew that I had to put in the work off the court and any time I had on the court to get better. So then anytime I was on the court during practice, guarding a certain guy, or we're running, I'll go and try with all my heart. And then I knew that coaches seen that, and it's why I'm got to where I am now, because they've seen that I will work.
You said something. You said that you knew they were better than you. Mm-hmm. How did you know that? Who told you that? Is this your own vision, or this is what you saw and you're like, I can't do that, so that means that they're better than me? Why would you use that wording?
I just felt that they're better because certain things, when I was on the court on certain times, so I'll come to the court, I'll get the ball, and immediately freeze and be like, oh shoot, because I felt it was a big thing on my chest, or on my shoulders, thinking that I have to shoot the ball, or I have to make a big play. Because I thought that's what I had to do when I get the ball, and I see that from other players, they're more comfortable and all that. So I knew that I would get to that stage, but right now that's how I'm feeling right now. So that's when I kind of knew that there's definitely a range from talent.
Okay, I'll tell you something right now. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Because at your young age, you knew that that's something that you wanted to do. And even though you knew you weren't at the level that you needed to be, you could have easily quit.
Yeah.
You could have easily gone home to your mom and cry your eyes out.
Yeah.
And quit.
Yeah.
Or you could have been jealous of the guys that were doing better than you and then quit. You see where I'm getting at here?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't do any of that. And what I really want you to be able to touch on is why. Why didn't you stop? Why didn't you quit? What was inside of you that was making you believe that you could do this?
I just love the game, and I knew that me quitting is just not part of me, and I knew that there'd be one day where it all just clicks, where everyone starts realizing who I am, everyone starts seeing that, oh, this guy can play the game, and it clicks for me that, yes, I'm on that level. I'm on that level where I can play to the next level, because I knew that if I quit and I give up, then I go back home and I think, I could have done more, but I was scared. But I'm not a person who's just scared of competition. And anyway, even though I see that they are better than me, I know that the hard work that I put in can definitely put me with them or what's the word? Or above them. So
gotcha.
That's why I try to, even if I'm not having the best game against someone, that I keep going hard and hard, not give up, because I know that there's someone, even though they're better than me, I won't show them that I'm just as good as you, if not better.
That's impressive, man. I'm super proud of you to even say that out loud, and I'm proud of you that you acknowledged it. And obviously, your mom had something to do with that too. Like, talk to us about how she encouraged you and believed in what it is that you wanted to do, even at that age and even now.
No, yeah, and that's also, I actually forgot, that was actually another reason why I actually never quit. My mom, she never quit on me. She comes to all my practices, all my games, and like these are games that were far away. I'm talking like North Carolina, Texas, and everything. She'd come and see them just because she wanted me to succeed. So I really knew that she cared a lot. So me having that, I knew that I wanted to show her that I can keep going in time of success. And then, yeah, she showed me that you can't give up, because she didn't give up on me, even though she's seen days where I'm not. She literally went to all my advantage games, and then I would not play. But she still came to watch, because she knew that there's been a time when I would be where I am today. So then she knew that, okay, yeah, I'm keep watching, I'm keep playing, I'm keep putting to all these training sessions, everything that I can to help him get better. So me saying that, I'm like, yeah, I gotta make sure that I get to where I gotta be.
So if she wasn't supportive, and Michelle, I know you're watching, so don't get mad at me if I say this, but say she wasn't supportive and she was really hard on you and she told you that you were shit and you're never gonna get anywhere and she never came to your games and whatnot, do you think you'd still be here? And be honest.
Nah, I don't think I could, because how vocal she is as a person. Like, if she's a quiet person and she took me to games and all that, but like, even so, every game I had, she would tell me something about it. She's a very vocal person, so if she thinks that I shouldn't do it, it'll probably get to me just because she's a very vocal person. She like loves to argue and loves to, like really like change her mind about things. So I think it would change. But even when I'm down and thinking bad, like there's games where I cried after my pride.
Just go outside. They're there. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I was saying how, because there's games where I would cry after, and she would help me not think about the loss, but just like think about that I played hard in it. So like she's like a big part of my life. So yeah, it'll definitely get to me.
Okay. So right now, we're in COVID. What have you been doing to keep your body in shape and your mind in shape?
Oh, a lot. I do a lot of watching NBA, and just like I do little apps on my phone that helps with reading in terms of like keep my mind straight. But like basketball wise, first I watch a lot of NBA. So rather than me playing games, I really like that for Chris Paul, LeBron, and some other players. That watching is really good mentality thing, learning certain things like point guards, or like how they go ball screens, or shooters of how they shoot the ball and stay balanced. So I learned a lot from that. But also on the court, what I see on the TV, I do on the court and try to get myself better at that. Also, physically, I always get schedules from my coach from Alabama, Coach Mike. Yeah, so he'll send us little things of little workouts for push-ups or anything kind of for track stuff that we would do. And also my athletic trainer, he loves sending me any kind of workout program that have an app that we give our survey every morning to make sure we tell him how he feels with water, sleep and all that. And also he knows me like ankle mobility drills and hips. Excellent. Because I talked to him a lot about how my hips are very what's the word?
Restricted.
Restricted. There you go.
Yeah.
And he sent me I have some stuff here for my hips. Like I have like a vibrating ball, a massage ball. It has a little but a little plastic thing that goes between my hips. So then I line it, and it really helps open it up. So I've been doing a lot of that. And then besides basketball, I try to stay in contact with my friends and see how they're doing, but also have an app that helps me reading, memorizing, just so my brain stays fresh. And I know that soon I'll be starting academics.
Excellent. Okay. And what are you going to be studying?
I haven't gone fully over, but I know I'll be doing some human science, anatomy, some other stuff like that. Something like that, because I have to go over with my academic advisor, I think this week, Thursday. So I'll tell you on Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
Thing. But like,
what's and not say I will never use this word as a backup, but what is going to be your other career, your other profession besides basketball? What's the plan?
I'm athletic trainer, and I say that because I've been having that feeling of being like I love.
Is that me or you? That's you. Say that again.
I love your job because I think it's one of the most best jobs. An athlete who's not playing the actual sport but actually still with it is the best job you can have, because to me, even though it seems like one of the most studying that I get from all Team Canada athletic trainers, my high school and my college athletic trainer, they all say that he has a lot of studying, but it's so good that you can learn all this stuff and just sit down, have a great conversation with the players, and get them to feel better. And I know that even when I'm done basketball, I can still look back on I'm helping my health of stretching, eating right, and everything, even when I'm done basketball. So me knowing how to take care of my body while I'm a basketball player is very good. So that's why I wanted to do it, because I just love the fact that I can go and help players have great conversations and not feel like, oh, this is like business. Because I know that every basketball player feels they're most comfortable with the athletic trainer telling them whatever they want. Because during Team Canada, we had athletic trainers who would talk to you all the time, off the court, on the court, about whatever they want, and not to feel scared about anything at all.
Yeah. No, I just remember when you would come into the office, you were definitely keen with regards to what it is that I was doing.
Yeah.
And you would ask questions. And so it's natural that you would have interest in some form of healthcare with regards to athletes. So, this is a natural fit for you. Like, you're going to be around the sport. And like you said, it's going to be even more beneficial to you because you'll be able to communicate to the athletic therapist or the physio or the sport doc and say, hey, XYZ feels like this. And I know this because you're studying the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really important that you continue to open up your mind to and your vocabulary to parts of the body, because it actually will help your basketball game. You will be able to train areas of your body and understand why it is you're doing what you're doing. With regards to your hips, are you still doing your foot flow that I gave you way back when? How's that looking these days?
No, definitely. Yeah, I do. I definitely always do a day before my workout or a game, and I do it on my workout day or my game day all the time. So if my mom sees me doing it all the time, I'll do it in the hallway.
Excellent.
And get it done. Like I'll do at least, if I have to. If I don't have anything, I'll do at least 5 a day. At least 5.
Excellent. So, somebody shouted out and said that you were like Pippen, and I wanted to ask you, in your opinion, old school basketball and then new school basketball, where do you see your game and who do you mirror your game after right now in the NBA now and then maybe back in the 90s?
I don't think I would mirror after anyone, because I think my game is just different. But people have said that I play a lot like Pascal Siakam, Giannis, Scottie Pippen. I actually never heard about that one, but now I think about that's something that I could hear about, because he played defense, he played positions and all that. But I heard a lot of Pascal Siakam, Jeremy Lamb, Chris Boucher from Raptors, or how you pronounce it? Boucher. I heard that one too. But things like that. Versatile kind of bigs.
Okay. What do you think is your biggest weakness? Not just basketball, but just something that you need to improve upon.
I think it's just observing situations, and I think what's the first thing that comes to my mind, because I think when I see something and I see something from someone, I think I know them, or I think, oh, this is gonna happen, but then it really happened the opposite way. So I think I have to think more about situations, or think more before I do something, and take consideration of what could happen.
Okay. Well, and then basketball-wise, what's a weakness for you there?
I just think handles. I got to improve more on. That's what I'm doing a lot outside, but I think it's getting a lot better now. And also just being more consistent on my shooting. I just shoot the ball, but I want to be more consistent for the college level. So then I'll be playing 1 through 4 as well.
1 through 4.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that I want you to be that improve upon. And I don't know if you could do it. And it's not because I don't think you could do it. It's just I would love for you to be more aggressive. Have you heard that before?
I'm not aggressive already.
Okay. So here's the thing. Listen. Let me finish. On help defense, for sure, you'll come and you'll block a shot as you're playing off-ball defense.
Yeah.
I'm talking on-ball defense. I would love for you to be more aggressive. Your arm length is tremendous.
Okay.
And Mish is piping in. You're not aggressive enough. Like, I want you to be aggressive. Okay. Let's take it this.
Okay.
That's Siakam, right?
Yeah.
You threw his name out, and you threw Giannis out. Giannis is definitely more aggressive than Siakam, offense-wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you were to take those two guys, I don't think either of them are aggressive enough. All I am saying is that you're going to keep growing, and you're going to probably grow maybe another inch or two or whatever. But if you can have aggressiveness on defense every single time, especially on ball, man, like your game and your potential will always be there. You will always be needed on the basketball court. Because on top of the fact that you're so tall and so long, you take up so much space. This is why Scottie Pippen was so great.
Yeah.
Because he could guard, like you just said, 1 to 4. Not just offense, 1 to 4, but he could guard 1 to 4. Yeah. And that made him such a valuable player that it didn't matter if he scored one basket. The fact of the matter, he could shut down the other guy that was the best guy on their team. Made him even more great. So that's the one thing that I would love for you to work on. Is just to get more aggressive, and it's not necessarily in your nature because you're a really nice young man.
No, I can get aggressive.
I want you to have a switch when you get on the court. You're not Keon, like you are Keon. Go ahead.
The thing is, because like Coach Meeks from Team Canada, he's told me about that, and I've had it a lot where like I'll be aggressive, but the thing is that when I get mad is when I'm like aggressive, like offensively and defensively. But
you don't need to wait to get mad. That's
when
the point.
I get mad, or like when I'm at that level, I hate it because I'm a ticking time bomb. Like literally, like anything, like even to my own teammates, they'll be like, "Yo, can't pass the ball." I'll be like, "Bro, like I'm going straight tunnel vision. You know. And if I get the ball, I'm gonna go at the guy. If they foul me, it's whatever. I'll be like, "Yo, who the fuck is this guy?" Whatever. But like I'll go tunnel vision, all that. And then like I don't feel right, but like I know what you mean. And then I still need to work on that where I can control that energy on the other side of me. So I'm definitely working on that, and that's what we're doing in college during practices, getting more at guys and trying to not like become selfish is what I'm trying to work on.
So with regards to speaking to coach for your team, where are they looking to put you in terms of your position? And do you think you're going to be getting some minutes this year right off the bat? So
for our kind of playbook, there's really no position except for the 5. There's really no position.
Okay.
Literally, he literally said, I expect you to get the ball and start the playbook. Like, get the ball down and go down the court. And if you're the last guy, bring the ball and start the play. And then I've already looked at their playbook. I already have all of it. I already asked them for it, and I've been looking at it. So like it's really loose for any player to start as the 1, 2, 3, or 4. But they said we want you as a 3.
Okay.
A 3-4 or to be honest, just like a wing player. A wing player, not like a block player, but like a wing player. But if I had to post a guy, I would post a guy. And then when because a lot of coaches has told me that. So I'm like, yeah. But I took it in this summer or like this break that even though I can really post a guy, I don't really know how to post a guy. Like I can I can back him up and do a post hook, but like I don't know any kind of moves. So I started working on that a lot now. With my fadeaways now. So now my fadeaway to me is like really good now. And my mom is like, you do. Post hook is really good now. So then and then I think. Me getting playing time, yes. I get that thing a lot of playing time because that's why I went to the school. There's 2 guys, John Petty and John Herb, who are really, like my kind of player. But all 3 of us are really versatile. John Petty, he's more of a shooter, so like he can be like a 2 or a 3. And then Herb, he's a point guard who's also like 6'7", so he could be a point. He could be a 1 or a 3, and then me, I could be a 3 or a 4 because I can guard the kind of positions. So
that's exciting, man.
I think they can get some playing time, definitely.
No, that's really exciting. That's the new age of basketball, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely will just throw up a therapist note for you because you know you're going to be carrying the ball and you're 6'8".
Yeah,
we got to make sure that your hips are going to be as mobile as possible because you are going to be bending over a lot. And we got to make sure that your back is as strong as possible because, again, you're going to be bending over a lot. So we can talk offline about a couple of things and just let me see what it is that they're sending over to you so we can just make sure that you're addressing those parts of your body because it's going to be super, super important.
Yeah.
If you're going to be handling the ball, you're going to be able to get really low and manage all that load on your lower body. Mm-hmm. Question for you.
Okay.
What, if any time, have you been scared with regards to what it is that you're doing, this journey? Have you looked at yourself in the mirror and been like, holy cow, like, I don't think I'm ready for this? And what did you tell yourself to get yourself out of that mindset?
Basketball or just in life?
Basketball first.
I haven't been scared. I was scared, but I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I feel like really nervous. Was my first game doing Team Canada. That was the first time I think I've ever like really felt nervous. Like I remember when we're all in the locker room about to go in, and like my hands were freezing, and like this is the first time I ever felt like this. So I was like, why are my hands so cold? I'm like,